This is Soundoff60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Moon may be over. You tell us.
Right.
How does Ed Orgeron handle that immense pressure in college football to win, and of course, what comes being the LSU head coach?
You understand the expectations of LSU. Have the same expectations of myself and my staff.
Yeah.
I've been at Miami. I've been at USC when you expected to win. That's the reason I wanted the job.
Soundoff60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of Soundoff60. And brought to you by Relief Windows, for replacement windows, doors, and storm force windows. ReliefWindows.com. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Boys and girls, we are now at game week. We're at DEFCON 4. It's game week, gentlemen.
It comes every year.
Put the earmuffs on the kiddos and protect the fine china.
Look.
Because some people might be getting all over the place in the living room and
I'm
man
about
cave.
ready. This whole season is about to wear me out.
It wore you out about 3 weeks ago. Welcome back. I'm glad to be here back
Well,
in the
we're glad
chair.
to have you back. I mean,
Thank
world
you.
traveler.
Thank you.
Hobnobbing with the rich and famous.
Well, the rich and famous are still
the
rich.
Mediterranean.
I'm still out of the rich and famous league, so to speak.
Hey.
But I was able to hobnob a little bit, as you say. On the look, you're a big cruiser. This was my first cruise ever.
Really?
I've never cruised the Mediterranean.
Well, the Mediterranean is pretty nice. It's
pretty
calm
nice.
seas.
Pretty rich.
I might be leaning toward the cruising thing.
I
really-
love my cruising.
It's
now.
pretty nice.
It can sometimes, you know, if you
The
don't
only
have a
problem
breakout
is-
of anything, that's what when it gets
Yeah,
bad.
when there's
When
a breakout.
of something, that's when it gets bad.
I
Yeah.
find a 1 week cruise, you use up about 2 or 3 years of fun.
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, thanks
Well,
for
glad to have you back.
thanks
safe in
for
the family,
welcoming
Rick.
me back. Many thanks to Jim Gazzola for sitting in the chair in
Yes,
my place in my steed last week. And Jim always brings a different angle to the show. We greatly appreciate that. As I open the show, game week, you're going to see it a little bit later on in the show, especially when the girls of Walk-Ons appear. We're going to tell you that the mic will be open. We have an open mic.
We do.
For this version of Soundoff60
Really?
here at
I'm
Walk-Ons.
loving it.
So, once the games
I'm
get
loving it.
going,
Yeah.
everybody's
And
got an
everybody gets
opinion.
mad or overconfident.
That's okay.
Exactly. And you know what? The old Monday night or Monday quarterback routine, well, you can do it right here at Walk-On. So you got to make your way
Bring it
down
on,
here
Rick.
between,
Love it.
say, 5 and 6 o'clock when we do our show production at Walk-Ons in Lake Charles.
Love
If
it.
you're out in the region, venture down here. The mic will be open. You can come on and challenge or just rant and rave or, I don't know, vent your spleen over the Cowboys
whatever
and
makes you
Tigers
happy.
or whatever, or
That's
even the
it.
Dallas Cowboys, that kind of thing. All right. Game week, LSU is going to be going up to Arlington on Sunday. We got
Sunday.
McNeese on the road, Northern Carolina.
Yeah.
We got the Saints with their last preseason game Thursday night in the Dome against the LA Rams. That might be kind of interesting for about a quarter and a half. But big news out of LSU with the depth chart. Let's start there. And we'll only touch the highlights because we're going to talk more about that in the next segment. Starting quarterback.
Joe Burrow.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah,
Joe
we knew it,
Burrow,
we knew it.
finally.
Yeah, we knew it.
You know, they couldn't do it at the press luncheon today. They had to wait a few hours just to annoy the media. Not really. But I would say this, and we'll talk about it more the next segment. It didn't seem like it was chiseled in stone, you know.
Well, you know what's going to
They
happen.
wrote
now.
it in pencil.
Okay.
Nothing wrong
you
with
know
that.
what's going to happen
Okay.
with that. Scoot, I
Okay,
mean,
just keep that in mind.
teams I think that are at a turning point to where it's not a definite, but we've got to do something just to put it out there as this is our start or whatever. You may see a 2 quarterback throughout the whole season. I'm not looking to see anything different because right now, expectations for LSU, you don't have that person that could carry the load or get the defense off the quarterback's back like we've had in the past. And I keep bringing up a Leonard Fournette, which you knew, even at quarterback, you knew you had a guy behind you that was going to take some pressure off of you. The defense is going to be like quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. If we stop him, we stop him.
I'll make one quick point and we'll move on. We'll get more into the LSU situation with the depth chart in the next segment. Of course, we got Cowboys with their depth chart as well. Pressure to win every possible game could very well lead Orgeron and Insminger to really go with the hot hand and maybe not get
Let me
Miles
tell you
Brennan
something.
in there with an experience, a series or two, because they're under the pressure is to win games.
Look, the pressure is to win games, but
so
let me
that's
say
a
this.
new development?
But especially this year with that
It's
schedule.
the way, Rick, I think, in how you go about winning them. I've said this at the beginning of the year. This will be the first time I think the LSU coaches will earn their pay.
Okay, well, we'll see on that. We'll see.
think,
All right.
We'll earn their pay.
You've got a depth chart in front of you. We'll touch on a few things that might be kind of interesting with that. All right, let's talk Cowboys. You had Lance Guidry. The show had Lance Guidry on last week.
Always
He
exciting
talked
to have Coach
extensively
Guidry on.
about everything having to do with the blue and gold. His depth chart is out. James Tavery starting quarterback. The only thing that I thought was kind of interesting, but only slightly, is Justin Pratt getting the starting nod over the all-SLC running back David Ham. But when you got 5 running backs, they're all going to get.
They're all going to get some.
You know,
touches,
they're going to start with Pratt because maybe he gives them that burst and that shiftiness, and the screen pass comes into play this year. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it because I love screen passes, and the Cowboys are going to want to do more screen passes. All right, let's go back to the NFL with the New Orleans Saints now. Boy, I tell you, again, it's preseason. But 36-7 on the road, and then, Breeze
Come
is
on,
Breeze.
don't look into that now. Don't look into that.
What we're
Don't
seeing,
you look
though,
into
now
that.
what I wanted to hear, which I didn't see, because I was hobnobbing
Yeah,
with
you
the rich and
hobnobbing.
famous.
Yeah, you probably.
Is
you have a
finally
cable access
Marcus
station.
Davenport gets in.
That was kind of mixed feelings on that game. I mean, what was it, 36-7, something like that.
Yeah.
Showing it was a preseason game, the Saints went for 2 every time they scored.
Yeah, good.
Good. Yeah.
No, good. Got to work on it.
Why not in preseason?
Take punt.
Why not?
Go for 2.
Why not?
But the Saints took that game over after the starters got out. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it.
I don't know, really.
No.
It's so vanilla. It was good to see.
But even when starters are playing in preseason, they haven't game planned. They're not going to show much anyway.
Yeah,
right.
So I don't know what to make
Yeah,
of
I
it.
know.
This
It's
week,
still a preseason game.
closing out this week, I think Drew Brees will play probably a half of the quarter. He's got to get the timing down.
I'd be surprised if he plays at all.
I'd be surprised if he
I would
plays
think
at
he would
all.
get in. I mean, think about it, guys.
And I have
Timing
gotten
is
to the
different in
point
practice.
Yeah.
in
versus in a game.
preseason games, whenever Drew Brees is in a preseason game, every time he does something, I say, okay, that's enough. Get him out.
Get him out.
Get him out of there.
Yeah. And they have the Rams Thursday in the Dome. And if my information, what little I've been able to monitor in the last week and a half, Jared Goff, their quarterback, hasn't played at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams have not played Goff. They have not played Gurley. And, of course, they hadn't been able to play Aaron Donald because he just got in.
Gurley played some.
I don't think, I haven't, I heard he hadn't played a snap yet. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyway, all right. Couple of teaser points. Later on in the show, Bucks head coach Mike Cotrera is going to join us to talk about the Bucks of 2018. The Urban Meyer decision is in. And I know it wasn't in when you guys did last week's show. We'll get in on that as well. Urban Meyer and the AD.
That good.
The decision has come down on that. And Odell Beckham Jr. in our waning seconds before we go to break.
What did he do?
Highest paid receiver in the NFL. He gets his
that's
extension
$65
deal.
million. It's up there right now.
95 million
It
total.
says 65 right there.
65 guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Kev.
95
$65
total.
million in the bank, a $95 million deal, 5-year extension, averages $20 million a year.
Great. I mean, I don't even pay attention to that
You
anymore.
should.
Wow.
You should.
I can't even conceive. Maybe since you've been hobnobbing with the $65 million people.
Hey, look.
The ripple effect.
look.
The ripple effect across the NFL. The ripple effect
But
across
you know what?
the NFL.
It makes this kid, it makes Odell, you got to be responsible
He
now.
better be happy, and he better be accountable for it. No doubt about it. All right, our first break. When we come back, we'll talk LSU
be
football coming up
responsible now.
later on, the McNeese Cowboys, and more about Urban Meyer and the Buckeyes. Stay right there. We're coming back to Walk-Ons here in Lake Charles.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
What do you call a great beer with more taste, only 96 calories, and 3.2 carbs? We call it Miller Lite. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Well, Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're gonna get somebody gonna show up on time, do what they say they're gonna do. Nobody's gonna run with your money. We're gonna take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-ons.
All right, welcome back to Soundoff60, coming to you from our new home. We've been here close to a month now at Walk-Ons in Lake Charles on Common Street. And if you're in and around the 5 or 6 parish area where you're watching our show, get down here on Monday nights.
It's going to be a big
between
Monday
5
now.
and 6. We're going to open up the open mic, okay? And you can be a part of the show. Ask us questions. You can vent your spleen over LSU's big win over the Miami Hurricanes and the Cowboys' win over Northern Colorado.
I'm not even going to count on it because I know that was,
I don't
that
want
was
to
a
jinx
shot
you,
at
man.
me. I know it was a shot
I don't
at
want
me,
to
though.
jinx you. You got to knock on wood.
I know it was a shot at me, though.
Let's start there.
Good.
Let's start there. Look, all eyes when it comes to college football will be on LSU. It's Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Game
Sunday night.
Sunday night, Scooter.
No NFL.
Big game, man.
It's big.
Big game, man.
It is.
And one of the biggest playhouses in the town.
Exactly. AT&T
You
Stadium.
know, I
It's
like
big.
it when LSU plays a big neutral site game to open the season. It makes the anticipation for a season so much more than, you know, one of these warm-up games
Right.
at home.
Yeah.
Right.
When
Yeah.
it's going
I
to be
agree,
100 degrees in Tiger Stadium.
Right.
I would much rather. And, you know, a lot of people are starting to criticize these neutral site season openers now. Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it takes
Well,
away.
probably because
they're not on college campuses. They're
Yeah.
played in NFL stadiums. I disagree with that. If that's what it takes to get an LSU-Miami matchup or
Go for it.
a LSU-Oregon matchup, go
I agree.
for it.
I agree. They've been great. They've been great games. Kevin.
They have.
Now, this might be a year LSU could use a tune-up, but
You're right.
You think so, huh?
But
They will
I've
get
thought
one.
that before and was shocked that, for the most part, LSU has played well in these kind of games. And
Kevin?
so I'm interested.
I think this team, and you know, look, I think they have the moxie, and I think they have the backbone to go in there early from the start and possibly upset Miami. It's going to take a monumental effort with no turnovers and good special team play, but I think they got the moxie to at least really make this thing competitive. Agree or disagree? On the road, opener, a lot of pressure.
I agree, Rick, to an extent. But let me tell you what my take on it is that you've got a team in Miami who's got some veteran players.
Yeah.
And their offense is high. What, they're ranked number 8th in the country right now?
Number 8, preseason.
Yeah. Now, they've got
Okay.
offensive questions just like LSU
Yeah, they do.
does.
But the thing is,
It should be low scoring because it's
Yeah.
two really good defenses and
But
two
the-
offensive
Wait, let
questions.
me interrupt you. Is this Mark Rick's second or third year at Miami?
Third.
third year.
okay.
But they've got athletes on both sides of the ball. With just one given play, Rick can change the outcome
Yeah.
of it. And with LSU, my thing is LSU with having so much that's going to be new on offense with the quarterback, we don't even know what type of scheme or offense that they're going to run with this guy, if it's going to be drop back, if it's going to be some rollouts. I mean,
But
my expectations, I don't even know, but the thing is this. with defense, we know they're going to bring it. That's beyond a doubt. But offense, that's going to be the test, Rick, as to what's going to come throughout the whole year, because teams will look at how Miami plays LSU and determine just how to attack them from that point on.
Okay.
Well, I disagree a little bit because Miami, of all the teams LSU is going to play, doesn't really know what LSU is going to do. Now, they named Joe Burrow today. You know, and it's always a big question mark with LSU's quarterback. But this year, it is going to be really important because you don't have a guy for Fournette. LSU has got, if they're going to score, they're going to have to throw it. They're probably more than 50%.
Did I say that or what? I mean,
the funny thing is, with the defense they've got this year, best LSU defense in my mind since 2011. And if that defense plays to its capabilities, and LSU had, guys for Fournette, Spencer Ware, they might not ever throw it with that defense.
Well, all right, just run the ball. You've got the depth chart. Who's going to start? Now, again, with running back, it's fresh legs.
Well,
pretty much, Rick.
Running back is either or with Nick Brissett and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah. Okay.
Neither one of them will ever confuse you with Fournette. I mean, they're not newcomers.
No,
They've had
Fournette.
Well,
come on,
Fournette. I know it's probably an unfair comparison. But you got to go back 20 years when LSU hasn't had some kind of NFL in waiting back.
Okay.
I don't see. I want to see as the season goes on.
I think
that this freshman Chris Curry, to me, he has the most upside.
But
it'll take him, even at running back, which you can play as a freshman.
Yeah, no doubt.
Even Fournette. It took him, about a third of the season.
Yeah.
LSU offensive coaches will have to coach some of their best games that they've ever coached. Partly because we don't have the talent and the skill set of being able to make a mistake here or there by having a Leonard that can rip off 80 yards at a time. We've got backs that's going to have to be manageable, that's going to have to not make mistakes, and we've got a quarterback that's going to have to understand the system as to what's going to make us successful. We don't even know that now.
Joe Burrow.
We don't even know that.
But Kevin, let me ask you this. By definition, if you're throwing as much as LSU seems to be willing to throw this year, you're being more aggressive, right?
You are. But this is the catch.
Steve Ensminger's always been a very aggressive play caller as a coordinator. Well, how do you balance that with you've got a defense that ought to keep you in most games?
Yeah. But let me tell you what this does, Scooter.
So do you tone it down a little bit?
You're going to have to see what you got, and you're going to have to take what the defense gives you. This is my take, Rick. When we play teams, Rick, if we can get a team to throw it a lot, and if they feel they can, you know what we're saying to ourselves? The chance of us getting turnovers go up.
Okay.
Go up.
All right.
Because you're taking more chances in throwing it. That's going to give me a chance and opportunity to pick it.
Of course, Miami has the turnover chain.
They do. So that's going to be interesting, Rick.
Look, I've been on the Joe Burrow train since news broke that he was even looking at LSU. I don't know how he's going to play, but
none of us do.
None of us do until he gets in there. But his background, all right, his resume is pretty solid from high school. He was recruited as a top flight guy.
He was the Ohio Player of the Year.
Okay, you got to read something into that. He's a coach's son. You got to read something into that. He grew up watching tape and film with the dad.
Let me just say this, Rick.
Look, he's got to be a smart quarterback, and he's going to have to be.
Rick. But like I said, the LSU coaches going to have to earn their pay because we're going to have to find out what this kid does best and what makes him comfortable. They got to know that, Rick.
Well, we don't know.
But they got to find it out.
We don't know.
They got to find out.
Well,
the coaching staff has to
presumably
find out.
they should know by now.
They know.
They should
Look,
know.
I'm born and bred in the South, okay? Born and bred in Louisiana. But let's give Ohio football its due. They know how to play football in the state of Ohio.
No doubt.
All right? So
No
when you say that he's Mr. Football in Ohio, yes, it was high school.
But let me say this.
And Ohio State knows how to play good football, too.
Well, let me bust your bubble.
Oh, bust my chops.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
bust your bubble. Has he played in the SEC?
No, he hasn't.
Okay,
But
then
he played in the Big Ten. And I'm not being an
And what's the
apologist.
best conference in the country?
What?
What's the best conference in the country?
Some people think Big Ten this year.
Don't you go.
All right. The hunt for Red October, let's call it the hunt for Red September when it comes to the running back. Don't you think LSU, maybe in a back door with a few beers in front of them, the coaching staff is saying, boy, if we just had Travis Etienne from Jennings.
Oh, yeah.
Rick, let me tell you something, man.
He's projected to be a breakout star for Clemson.
Is.
Well, he kind of was last year.
I know.
He kind of was
he
last
had
year,
a
but
big
he's,
year last
I know.
I
know. And he's sitting over there at Clemson from Jennings, Louisiana. Boy, don't you think they could use Etienne?
Another one like many that are, LSU's recruited well, but the ones they have lost, it is like with Etienne, they got on him way too late.
Too late. All right, we're up against the clock. We
agree,
might
Scooter.
circle back around. One or two more
Way
LSU
too late.
points. Coming up next, we'll talk Cowboy football at McNeese State and a little bit about the Saints and this game coming up this week in the Dome to end out preseason. We're coming back to walk-ons in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
This is Brandon Holly, 6'2", former college football player. He and his steel crowbar can't get through this Storm Force impact window from Relief Windows. Call 337-456-1699.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Still swinging. Get your Storm Force impact windows from Relief Windows today. Call 337-456-1699. 456-1699.
Tired of ineffective radio and newspaper ads? Give billboard advertising a try. With over 250 billboards in the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
All right, welcome back to Walk On. Soundoff60, Cerro back in the chair. I didn't get to see, I got to see some Greek soccer while on the cruise. Yeah, I got to see a little big. Yeah, it was really exciting.
Big,
the Greeks hate their soccer team. I think one of the taxi drivers said they're crap. I was able to get that out of them. They're crap. And I got to see Little League World Series.
Did they make the World Cup?
No, they're crap.
Well, I gave you something in common
There
with
you
it.
go.
Neither
Thank
did
you.
the good old USA.
Yeah, neither did the USA. All right, good to be back in the chair. This is game week, everybody. Game week. We got games coming up this weekend in college football and in high school football. We got some interesting games in high school coming up. We got Mike Cotrera from the Bar Bucks coming up a little bit later on. Jamboree was last week. Yeah. And I'll touch on this when it comes to the Jamboree. They're kind of warm-up games too, but it was good to see Washington, Marion, and LaGrange. Marion beat Welsh, defending 2A state champs, and LaGrange beat always good Iowa program.
Team.
So that's good.
That was a shocker.
That's good to see the Gators and the Charging Indians on the winning side early on anyway, because they're brand new head coaches, as there's a new head coach at St. Louis with Chad Laverne, and there's probably one or two other new head coaches in the area. So that's some high school football starts on Thursday and Friday in earnest. All right, the McNeese Cowboys, Northern Colorado. Head coach Lance Guidry on the show last week talked in depth about everything with Cowboy football. Yeah. And he didn't mince any words. Look, Northern Colorado, I haven't done enough study on them because, for obvious reasons. 3-7 in the Big Sky. Big Sky is a pretty good FCS conference, but they're the lower tier. Yeah. They're the lower tier, but it's going to be an afternoon game in Greeley, Colorado. Now, read into that what you will. The Cowboys, with the speed and the returning talent, they should win this game double-digit, in my opinion. They should win this game double-digit.
If they don't, they have problems.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Weather should be nice. Weather should be nice.
Well, we assume.
Up in Greeley. That's why we had camp at. In Greeley.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
How
For the
far
Denver
to
Broncos?
About an hour, about from here to Lafayette.
Yeah, it's an hour north of Denver. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
where we had camp at.
it's the Cowboys working and preparing.
I knew that. I'd forgotten it, but I knew
Cowboys working on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right.
They have to, Rick,
And
because-
look, you know, y'all talked extensively about different personnel groupings when Jim Gazzola was here, and you know, the wide receiver. I wrote about it in my preview. They're talented. I watch them in drills. I watch them in practice. But you know one thing, that even with the great receivers that they had last year that, you know, are gone, I didn't see a lot of separation, and I didn't see a lot of them really getting open a lot and giving Tabery that window of opportunity. Sometimes, Kevin, you as a former DB, you got to work your rear end off to
You
just
do,
get
because
open.
we're trying to not get you off of us.
Exactly.
It's basically what
run
it is,
the route,
Rick.
but you got to get open.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things that Coach Guidry brought up on the show last week, he said, you know what, Kevin, we don't have the size that we had last year in receiving.
Well, Highshaw goes
Size-wise.
about
Well,
6'3", 6'4".
He said
He's
size-wise, they was much bigger.
They were.
And
Overall, they were.
Rick, I think with this, you know, this is, you know, when you look at McNeese and LSU, it's kind of almost the same thing. You've got a quarterback that's kind of been behind the helm at McNeese, but when you look at defense-wise, both of them can bring it. Both of them can bring it. And that's going to be the key for McNeese, I think, throughout the year, man. If that defense play the way they can play.
For 60 minutes.
For 60 minutes,
A couple
Scooter.
of games they've played real
They
good
have.
for 59.
They have.
Yeah.
They have, Scooter.
Here's the upside.
That's going to be key, Rick.
The McNeese Cowboys defensively, they can't give up those explosive plays.
That's what I was talking
Not
about.
those long
they
ones. No,
can't
you
get guys
You can't.
get behind them.
Yeah.
You're going to give up a 20-yard game, and that's
Yeah.
okay. It's when you give it up.
Yeah. You're right.
When you give it up. I mean,
You're
if you're looking at 3rd and 8, and they're at your 40, you don't want to give up a 25 yarder.
No.
Because you put them in field goal position.
You're right.
It's situational football. That's from the defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
From the offensive side, they got to protect Tabery, and they got to be able, again, get the receivers open
I agree.
and move and control the game. That's my upside on both sides of it.
And I think with that, I'm thinking that McNeese may be a little bit more balanced on offense because of some of the skill set positions that they've got. But the thing with McNeese that you have to know that if you've got a team that can come off the ball on the ends and stuff like that, Tabery, I mean, can he be the guy that can move around and make things happen? Because I've seen him a guy that in past games last year where he got sacked when you thought that he was going to escape the.
He needs to
When you thought
improve
he was
his,
gonna
in
escape,
my,
and he
my
got
humble
sacked.
opinion.
Pocket
He
awareness.
needs to improve that awareness in the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, some of his sacks, and he's a stand-up guy. I mean, after games, he said, that sack, a couple of those sacks on me.
Yeah.
Offensive line was doing their job. It's, 1001, 1002, got to get the ball away, that kind of thing.
It's a time deal.
But yeah, I think he's kind of like a breeze, okay? He can move up, he moves sideways a little bit, but no. Is he going to be a rollout guy like your Lamar Jackson?
No.
You know, now with the
That-
Ravens? No,
Look,
he's not.
Let me see. And I know it's off the subject, but real quick about quarterbacks. A guy like Lamar Jackson, what does the defensive coach say in the film room?
Look, don't get carried away. Don't get carried away with another one of those
As a defensive
athletic.
player, Rick, the defensive coordinator coach has got to be like, look, let's just contain him. But when you have that kind of a threat, it's what we talked about last week. When you have a quarterback, Rick, that's got a dual threat, you add so much more to your offensive set, man.
Yeah, I know that. Look, I
So
know
much
that.
more,
I know
man.
that, and we'll see.
Well, that's
How much-
not happening this year.
Third year for Lance.
You've
You've
decided
been
on
around
that, huh?
football longer than me, and we've been around football a long time. You know what they say? That third or fourth year in the playoffs. How much pressure is on him to get this team into the playoffs?
I think there's a lot of pressure.
I think so too.
I mean, minimum of getting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's what I mean. McNeese should aspire to be in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
That's their history.
There it is.
It's even with more teams. It seems to me it's tougher to get in the playoffs than it used to be. Which doesn't make sense, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Credit the SLC now. You got Sam Houston, very strong year after year after year. Central Arkansas, an up-and-comer, and now Nicholls State.
Yeah.
And Southeastern is going to kind of be in the mix in there too, you know.
Nicholls is not going away.
Maybe
Okay.
not.
Nicholls is not
No,
going away.
can you
Okay.
vote? Are we saying that really?
I know. Can you believe
The little school on the Bayou in Thibodeau, could they be an up-and-coming force in the South?
They're not going away, man. In all sports, they're not going away.
It does start on that defensive line and at quarterback, and they've got a very good quarterback.
I think the Cowboys will be solid. I think they'll be solid on defense. That's my take.
We might circle around back to the Cowboys later on in the show. Saints Thursday night game, final one against the Rams. Thursday night in the Dome. I agree. I agree with Hobbs. I don't think
Brees has got to
you're
get
not
at least
gonna,
a series.
I don't know.
You wouldn't put him in a series. You got to get that speed. You got to get that speed down, right?
Look,
that's all.
He had a pick. He had a pick. He threw in a double coverage.
No, Scooter. It's the speed of it, Scooter. It's the speed. That's what a quarterback's clock tells him. It's the speed of it. The speed in practice is not going to be the same as in a preseason game. You want that clock in your head saying,
they got a lot of practice time with the Chargers in California. I think they worked all that out.
Yeah, they did.
They got to practice against another team.
Well,
I think he'll sit.
If he doesn't play, hey,
I think he'll sit.
Not a bad deal.
When we come back, we got more to talk about. We got Mike Cottrell later on in the show, but when we return, it's Ohio State and the Buckeyes and the Urban Meyer story. We'll get into that and more coming back at Walk-Ons right here in Lake Charles.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Relief Windows for replacement windows, doors, and StormForce windows. ReliefWindows.com.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons here in Lake Charles. As they say, with the lovely ladies on the floor and the great staff and the great kitchen staff they got, everybody needs a little playing time, right? Everybody needs a little phone time. Are you still with me here?
Well, I'm trying to get updated on this story with Odell. It's coming through in a little bit, and I'm going to let you guys know.
$65 million guaranteed for the kid from New Orleans.
$65
from
million
LS, 65 guaranteed, 20 per year, quickly. What do you think Julio Jones in Atlanta is thinking?
He's pissed right now, okay?
Because he wants an extension.
He's pissed. And they redid the quarterback contract, so that's where that money went.
I know. Matt Ryan,
that money
highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
That money went to Matt Ryan.
Quickly. Would you take Julio Jones over Odell Beckham Jr. sitting right now if you were
Scooter, don't you say it. Don't you say it, Scooter.
I will.
You say it.
I'd take Julio Jones any day.
I wouldn't.
I'd take Julio Jones any day. Any day.
Odell is a game changer. Julio Jones is a possession type receiver.
No.
Look, I disagree.
You mean to tell me, have you seen Julio Jones make any catches like Odell has made? Maybe one?
Are you talking acrobatic? I don't care about acrobatic.
We're not talking about who gets home. It's in your skill set, Rick. That's what you do.
You know what? Yeah, I've only caught 2. Let me quickly. The Cleveland Browns, I love HBO's Hard Knocks. I didn't realize this Jarvis Landry. You
Jarvis
talk
is-
about making
Jarvis is-
acrobatic catches.
he
This
made one
man
against
is like
Kentucky that year,
Spider-Man.
remember? Well,
He catches
One
one-handed
against
balls.
Kentucky that year. That
Jarvis
was a big
Landry
catch.
is catching one-handed passes.
You could, when he and Beckham were at LSU together.
How did they not win the national championship?
Oh, you taking the words out of my mouth now, huh?
I
And
know
said
that.
it a
I'm
year-
cheating.
Okay, Rick.
Go
All
ahead.
right, Rick.
Remind you again, all you hear about LSU, they won't ever throw the ball. They had Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
And Jarvis, and both of them had 1,000 yards.
I know that. Yeah.
Zach Mettenberger threw for
I know.
3,000
That's
yards
right.
that season.
That's right.
So it wasn't like they let them rock.
I agree.
Okay?
But man, that's some talent.
You could count on once per game each of them making at least one acrobatic catch.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jarvis Landry.
I cannot believe you had that argument, you and Scooter both, that y'all would take Julio Jones
I take
over
you know
Odell
why?
Beckham.
Primarily because I think he.
If I'm a, let me
he's
just
bigger,
end this conversation
he's more
right
durable.
now.
He's
Let me
more
end this conversation
durable.
right now. Let me end this conversation right now. As a defensive player, let me tell you why. Odell is a hell of a much harder receiver to cover than Julio Jones. That's the difference, Rick.
I might take.
That's the difference.
I might take Jarvis
That's
Landry
the
over
difference.
both of them.
Maybe.
Jarvis Landry's
You
going
look-
to keep your locker room straight.
You look at, and that's all good too, but we said sheer talent, Scooter.
No, we
a
didn't.
defensive back.
We said who you going to
A
take.
defensive back would have nightmares trying to cover an Odell Beckham versus a Julio Jones.
Let's table that. Let's get on the Ohio State Urban Meyer.
We're going to come back to that. We're not
I
done
think
with that,
I might have been the only one on this panel 3 weeks ago that said Urban Meyer will not be fired, that he will
and
be
you were
suspended.
wrong. Well, you said he would get suspended, but
I said it'd be about
did you
4
see the
games. He's got a
backlash,
3-game
though?
suspension.
Did you see the backlash off of it, though,
Of
Rick?
course there's going to be backlash.
Yeah, but Rick, the thing is this, though. 3 games? What does that tell? What does that tell coaches around the country?
Well, you better win.
You better win.
So,
Because
and
Ohio
hopefully,
State has fired good coaches for less.
Exactly.
And the AD.
Exactly.
You keep him too to a suspension also. This is the ongoing joke. If it was Nick Saban, he would get 4 days.
Well, look.
Well, I would argue this.
That's what they say.
I would argue
If
this.
it's Nick Saban, he gets 4 days.
I know Nick Saban a lot better than I don't know Urban Meyer at all. I've been around him a few times. I know Nick Saban. Nick Saban would never let himself get in that situation.
Exactly.
I believe
and
you, Scooter.
hopefully
believe
the
you, Scooter, on
coaches
that.
around the country will
believe you,
finally
Scooter.
open their eyes and change how they handle these
You
situations.
think?
Yeah.
I'm
Just like
hoping.
a play. Oh, this will be a lesson for players.
I'm hoping.
It
But the thing,
never
Rick-
is.
Well, I don't know, man.
It never is for coaches.
It's Rick, you know what? And how you look at it, I understand what was done was wrong and all. But when you put yourself in Urban Meyer's shoes now, you've got an assistant coach that has coached with you for 6 years. Scooter, you're gonna just throw him under the bus because of something you heard, but you never experienced none of what was told to you.
Oh, I'm
Well,
walking
well,
off.
hey, no,
But
look,
what
look.
I'm saying, no,
It's a
listen what I'm
difficult
saying.
situation.
It is.
Domestic
But see,
abuse
that's what
is a
people are saying.
difficult.
And it's not nothing we
You
condone.
sound like some
listen,
of the idiot
no.
Ohio State fans.
You got to listen. Well, why? Let me ask you this, Scooter. Hell, if it wasn't that dang on bad, why he get just 4 games? If it wasn't that bad, then
3 games.
3 games. If it
Ohio-
wasn't that bad, then why they give him just 3 games?
Because
what?
they were looking
Cam?
for an excuse to.
Yeah,
Did
Urban
you
That's
Meyer-
no
hear-
excuse. That's no
Look.
excuse. They could have given him 6 weeks if they really wanted to. Okay, Scooter. My point is this: they saw,
They got Penn State
they
in
saw
week
the
4.
severity
I
of
think-
what was going on to say, you know what, Coach, you do have some liability in this because you didn't do
Yeah,
what you should have
no,
done.
yes.
But on the extra hand, it's saying like, well, Coach, we understand that this was something that you caught secondhand.
Right.
Look,
You know, that's
if
what
they
you look
didn't-
at, Scooter. If
if
it was
they
that
didn't
bad, hell, they would
fire-
have fired him.
Well, if they didn't fire him up front, they should have fired him after that press conference when he came out and acted like
He was
it
a little arrogant.
It was basically an inconvenience
was-
to
he was
him
a little arrogant.
without
Yeah,
ever
he was.
mentioning the victim
This,
in the whole
this
thing.
is
He
a
was a little
case
arrogant.
study. This is a case study. This situation, I mean, it goes on and on. There's so many.
Yes,
this is a
Rick,
case study of how these major universities can just blunder and stumble and bumble their way through public relations situations, and it becomes a nightmare. LSU's done it. Louisville's done it. Penn State
What?
did it. I mean, it just
We
goes
was-
on and on. This is what I mean by this is Urban Meyer. Okay? Hopefully that these coaches will straighten their act up and they will follow the protocol and do the right thing.
But Rick, you know what?
Do the right thing.
You have a point, but this is how I take it. Okay, but you know what? As an assistant coach, you got to handle your business.
True. All right.
Wow. Urban is not even in this situation if his assistant coach
Let's
handles his business.
Let's wrap this around quickly.
Okay, but he didn't.
He didn't.
You're in charge of the program.
And you are, and that's what I'm saying.
What is your job? Get rid of him.
It's to handle it, and he did. He did get rid of him.
Oh, not till he got caught.
Until he got caught.
6 years after
Urban Meyer.
Don't go. There wasn't no 6 years. Now,
look,
you don't know how long that went on.
It was 8.
Don't even say that.
Urban Meyer should have been smarter than this.
Research,
Urban Meyer should have been smarter than this. I'm going to state for a fact now, I don't think I'm being hypocritical, all right? He should not have lost his job over this, okay?
Well, there we go again. Scooter said I'm being hypocritical now about what I said.
4 weeks ago.
But you're saying he shouldn't lose his job, though.
Should he have been fired? Let's go back.
He should have got more than 3 weeks.
Should he have been fired?
He really didn't even get 3 weeks.
Not really.
He's allowed to coach everything except the game.
Did he coach at practice?
He's at practice every day.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to be dismissed from the whole.
Oh, no, Kim. See, I told you should have done your homework.
Should have been fired, Hobbs.
You've
been around football for 80 years. Should he have been fired over this?
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
At absolute least, he should have been suspended for the season and kept away from the practice.
Okay.
I said 6 games. I said 6 games.
I thought 4. I was in agreement with 4. Taking a break. We're coming back to Walk-Ons talking bar buck football with head coach Mike Contreras. Stay right here.
But Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction. That's our number 1 product. At Relief Windows, you're going to get somebody going to show up on time, do what they say they're going to do. Nobody's going to run with your money. We're going to take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number 1 product is customer satisfaction.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-Ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
In the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable, personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons in Lake Charles. Time to get into the high school mood of football. We got Barb head coach Mike Contreras joining us on the set here at Walk-Ons to talk about the Bucks of 2018. Great year last year. You got a fair amount of returnees back from offense and defense. How's it looking through August camp and getting ready, and through Jamboree, and you're getting ready for Ponchatoula this week?
It looks good. You know, we did lose a bunch of people last year, lost over 30 seniors. It was a big class.
Yeah.
This class coming in has some big shoes to fill because, like you said, you know, we went 11-2 last year, made it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
We got a lot of new faces out on that field. We're going to be a lot of young ones too.
What was your biggest takeaway from the Jamboree?
You know, I just like the way our kids went out and competed. You know, if you're competing and you're going as hard as you can every play, you got a chance. And that's what we preach. You know, give relentless effort and compete, and you always be in the game. So, you know, we did some good things, but we also did some not so good things, and that's what we're trying to correct this week. And the other thing is too, with the Jamboree, as fast as it is with running time,
Right.
you don't really get a good feel. Anything could happen.
How does that work? Say compared to how we fluff off NFL exhibition games. How would you compare the two from a coaching standpoint?
Well, I would like it longer because you know, you're trying to prepare for a 48-minute game in the pros. It's an extra quarter. In college, it's an extra quarter. That's 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know, we only ran about 25 plays on offense, and hopefully in a game you run 75,
60, 70,
But Coach, you run a fast-paced offense, and you've got a veteran and an experienced quarterback coming back in Luke Richard. And tempo, you know, we talk about practice and exhibition.
You gotta get that
down. That's a big part of it. Calling, and even for some of your coaches, because you've been around a long time, you've got an experienced coaching staff, but you got to get back into it, right? Guidry from McNeese talks about tempo, and Sean Payton does as well. The tempo of the game, getting the plays in, and you know, it's like a ballet kind of a thing. It's got a lot going on,
and it just doesn't work. You know, you have to go out and practice that.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, missing the Jamboree being so quick, and our scrimmage being cut short because we had one of our running backs get injured. And Chase Ardwine, you know, we hope the best for him. He had surgery this past week. Also, we had another one that had surgery. Elijah Harrison had surgery too. So hopefully those guys will be on the mend. But you know, it's just getting that tempo in practice and in game situations as well.
And that's important. But my two colleagues feel that Drew Brees can come in first opening day and complete every pass. He's got to play some this week, whether y'all think he should or not. Getting back, Coach, to you guys, losing 30 seniors, what's going to be the identity of this Bucks team this year? I mean, will you throw 3 downs? Will you run it 3 downs? What type of skill set do you have to where you see
I'm going to guess Bard's
what's going to be?
You know, our
they've ran some in years past.
Well, and that's the thing too. Last year we had 2 running backs that ran for over 1,000 yards apiece. You know, we had a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
We had a quarterback through for over 2,000 yards. The good thing is he's back.
Yeah.
You know, but those other guys aren't there, so we're going to have these guys step up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to be, you know, a lot of it by committee. Who's going to step up and make those plays?
And Coach, I have to commend you guys as to how your coaching staff coach these kids. You know what? And I've been to some of your practices. You know, you guys go through a routine of where, you know, when one person's in, you can put a second-team guy in, and he's going to know exactly what to do as the first-team guy. That not many places can coach 2 kids at one position and have them both be ready the week to play. And I commend you guys on doing that because that's pretty tough.
Yeah, we've got a good staff, and that's what we tell our kids too. You never know when you're going to get your chance. So you better prepare as if you're a starter.
Bar Bucks head coach Mike Cotrera has joined us here at Walk-Ons on Soundoff60, getting ready for the 2018 season. Let's talk about the big boys up front. You've got a lot of talent gone from last year on both the offensive and defensive lines. 2 starters back from the defense, and I'm not clear about the defensive line. How many's coming back on the defensive line?
None.
Don't say none. He said none. Wow. Okay.
0, Rick.
All right. But when the guys coming in, did they get any game experience?
There was a couple that had some reps. Now we have one that's a sophomore, so he didn't get any varsity reps.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, his first varsity action was in that Jamboree.
Step up, son.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. The speed of the game. People don't realize the speed of the game. You know, it's a lot different on Friday night than it is on that Thursday night game, that JV freshman
Coach,
game.
say that again, Coach. Repeat what you just said again.
Is this the affirmation? Is this a Kevin Guidry redemption show all of a sudden?
I'm just like,
Holy
somebody
smokes.
understands what I'm saying sometimes, man.
Mike, Friday night at Ponchatoula, how difficult is this matchup going to be?
This is going to be a challenge. You know, Ponchatoula is much improved over last year. They have their quarterback back, who is about 6'6". I think he's committed to LSU.
Wow.
You know, he's just a junior though. So they've got a good running back. Their front's good. Their defense, you know, they've got some athletes. So again, like I said, they're very well coached. I don't know if y'all remember Hank Tierney.
Oh, yeah.
He was the head coach at Shaw years ago, won the state championship. Matter of fact, beat us in the semifinals in my first year in coaching, and went on to win the state championship at Shaw. But you know, he's a great coach, and you know, those kids over there play hard.
They do.
I just, you know, Mike breaks news here for us on Soundoff60. Yeah. Obviously, LSU can sign and get a commitment from a quarterback.
Look,
oh my gosh,
look,
it's shocking.
Do you know what? I had a
I don't know.
flashback.
It makes me wonder how good he is.
Well, we'll find out, Scooter. But
go ahead.
Coach, I had a flashback when you mentioned the quarterback being 6'6". And did a flashback in you guys come into your mind about Little League, the baseball team?
Yeah.
I had to throw that out there.
Yeah, throw it out there.
Big boy, the picture, man. Wow.
We're running out of time here. What does the district look like in your mind when you look around?
They're going to sweep it.
Any surprises outside of your game in the Jamborees?
I think all the teams are much improved. You know, Sulphur looks like they're clicking on all cylinders. They look very good. XM Houston look good. You know,
Sam Houston looks big.
Yes,
they look real big.
You know, with the new head coach, with Mariko Wilson and all that stuff. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge, and we got to be ready to play each and every night on.
Mike, who did this October schedule for you? I was looking at it last night. You've got three straight road games from October 5 to October 19. 3 straight on the road district games.
Yeah, that's just how it was the luck of the draw in the district pitch.
Yeah.
You know, last year we had 3 home games.
Yeah,
so,
that's a challenge.
You know,
Come on.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
No matter who you play.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Being on the road. Yeah.
Number one key for success for the Bar Buckers.
We got to stay healthy.
That's
we have
key.
to stay healthy.
You mentioned about the surgeries
already.
Like that's been a problem.
And those, you know, those young kids are going to have to step up. You know, we got to get experience fast.
Yeah. Coach, we always appreciate you coming in.
Always,
Give us
Coach.
a 2018 preview of the Bar Bucks. 11-2 last year. Luke Richard, great player, coming back. Hopefully the offensive line will mature quickly. All right, we appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Coach.
Good
luck.
Stay healthy. We're taking a pause. The girls from Walk-Ons coming up next. Don't go far.
My favorite part.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons here in Lake Charles. Well, everybody needs a little playing time. And after you eat one of these desserts we're about to show you, you need to be playing a lot of extra time to wear it off. The lovely Paige and Mallory has joined us here, the girls of Walk-Ons. And as we get that tight shot of the bread pudding dessert and also the appetizer called the Boom Boom. Let's start with Paige.
Boom Boom Shrimp.
The Boom Boom Shrimp. Paige, that bread pudding has to be at least 10 pounds. You can do your curls with that thing. Unbelievable. There's something special about that bread pudding, and I'll let you describe it.
This is our Krispy Kreme bread pudding. It's actually one of our most famous desserts we have here. It's made out of Krispy Kreme donuts with our donut glaze, whipped cream, and a mint leaf on top. It's amazing. It's
doesn't get any more southern than
It
that.
smells. You guys got to smell this too. It smells unbelievable.
All right, is it under 100 calories, you think, the bread pudding?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I thought I'd throw that out.
It was not intended to be.
No, it's not.
Not even close.
No, it's not. Mallory, the basketball queen, right?
Yes.
From South Beauregard. You thought I forgot, right? The state champion. All right, Boom Boom Shrimp. Now, why would it be called Boom Boom Shrimp?
Because it's tossed in our Boom Boom sauce, which is cocktail and mayonnaise.
Wow.
So it's got that extra spunk, if you will.
Yes, sir.
It does. You can
It's got
tell it's a
a
little
little
bit
kick.
spicy. It's got that little spicy smell to it that really, really works.
All right, so the appetizer spicy, the dessert sweet, right?
Very
You
sweet.
start one way, you end the other, right?
That
have
will
to
put
go all
you
the
to
way.
sleep. That will put you to sleep.
No doubt about that.
That
No
will.
doubt about that. Paige,
Great
Mallory,
stuff,
we
guys.
appreciate
Great
it. Always a
stuff.
pleasure. The girls
Always.
from Walk-Ons with the Boom Boom Shrimp and the bread pudding. Thank y'all. We'll
Just
see y'all a
smells
little
good.
bit
I
later
can
on.
keep
It's
you
always
guys
fun
out.
having the girls pop in and show us what some of the items that are on the menu here at Walk-Ons. And let me tell you,
You've got to taste some of it. Not only just seen it, but guys, come out and taste the food. It's unbelievable.
I've had the bread pudding.
I've had
And
the
let me
Boom
tell
Boom
you,
shrimp.
it's hard to beat.
It's nice.
Oh,
It's
I've
real
had
nice.
the Boom Boom Shrimp.
Real nice.
It's hard to beat. All right, many thanks to Mike Cotrera earlier
Yes,
to talk
always.
about the Bucks, the Barb High School of 2018. Some interesting games All right, you got Sulphur playing Karen Crow in the opening week. And another one is Notre Dame. I think it's Notre Dame at LaGrange. Now in Jamboree, LaGrange with the new head coach, but Notre Dame, that's a tough one. That will be. I know it's a smaller division school.
It is.
But
Notre Dame is
they're
small,
a powerhouse.
but they're a powerhouse in the division. So if some of these teams with new coaches like St. Louis and Washington Marion and LaGrange can get off and do a fast start, it might be an interesting race in some of those district races. A lot of high school football, most of it in our region is going to be Friday night. So y'all have full coverage in the American Press. You'll have full coverage in the American Press this week in regards to the LSU depth chart. You're going to go into some of that, okay? All right.
Yeah, it'll be in Tuesday's paper.
All right.
Yeah,
More discussion about the depth
whole
chart.
too deep. If they're telling the truth, we're telling the truth.
Let's circle around. No shocks in regards to the McNeese Cowboys depth chart. All right. Kind of knew where some of those guys were going to fall. This Javon Burris, he may not start in that secondary, but he will play because he's a lot like DJ Blunt. He's a hitter and he's big and physical.
DJ Blunt, you've got to keep this kid throughout the whole entire season, Rick. He's a spark plug.
Yeah.
That defense doesn't run the way it's supposed to without him not being in there.
He will be in the top 2 in tackles.
I'm telling you, Rick.
Because you know how that 4-2-5 defense. A lot of the tackles are linebackers into the secondary. He'll be a tackling machine. Hopefully he'll stay healthy. Joe Burrow, starting quarterback. Hobbs, you've been around this thing for nearly 40 years. All right. This is a critical decision. He's got to really come out and play like a starting quarterback because they're going to need him.
Yeah, and we'll see. But if you look, this decade, the success LSU has had at quarterback has been with transfer. Jack Mettenberger,
Good point.
Danny Adley.
Very point.
That has worked out better. I don't think we've heard the last from Miles Brennan. I don't think it just sounded like he was too close to call for anybody to get comfortable starting. Orgeron said he would have no qualms, and this is before he had told us who it was. He did say he would have no qualms starting the other one, even though we didn't know which was which.
Right. Guys, you talk about this gauntlet of a schedule LSU has. But the gauntlet really doesn't come in until,
How can you say that? When in your first 4 weeks you play 2 top 10 teams.
Yeah, but you got Southeastern. But you got Southeastern and Louisiana Tech.
Neither one of them at home.
Yeah.
What? No. In the first 4 weeks for LSU, you're playing Southeastern and Louisiana
so
Tech.
What? Yeah. You still got 2 top 10 teams.
Oh, I know that. What I'm saying
Find
is,
me another
what I'm saying is, listen to me. What I'm saying is, if LSU's able to pull off an upset at Miami, they could be going into the gauntlet at 3-1. Let's say they lose to Auburn, but if they pull the upset, they should beat Southeastern, and better hope Louisiana Tech doesn't do a Troy State on them. This team maybe could be 3-1 as they move into the gauntlet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not poo-pahing the schedule.
If they're 3-1 after 4 games, they'll be in good shape.
Okay, that's my point, Scooter.
Yeah.
I mean, Southeastern Louisiana Tech is in there, but then it ends. But then it gets really hard.
But the thing about those games, we already expect to win. What
Well,
Scooter's talking about is the first game on Sunday.
all right.
You're third game at Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn. All right. All right. I know. You got Georgia, you got Mississippi State, Ole Miss with all those receivers, and then Alabama. I know all that. I know all that.
It drives you crazy when you think about it.
It is. And then Florida and Gainesville again. Man. All right. McNeese Hall of Fame inductions. Yes. The Baggett twins.
No surprise.
Shoe-in.
Jace Peterson. McNeese Hall of Fame
without the girls. Chase Peterson now with the Baltimore Orioles in there. Bill Mosley, a linebacker from the 70s. Flea Martin. He's got still holds some records.
How big of an impact this kid was. I mean,
oh my gosh.
You see, we call him Lil Flea because that's how we recognize him. With Jermaine Martin, man, let me tell you something. When they needed a big play, Rick, this kid was the smallest kid on the field. But came up with it, man.
Tough player. This is a good Hall of Fame class. From track and field, Ben Christian, hope I'm saying his name right. They got like 6 or 7. This is a strong induction for McNeese Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it is.
The Baggett twins get a lot of attention. Jace Peterson. Yeah. You know, Jace Peterson, I mean, sometimes he needs to get more credit.
Let's not forget he played football, too.
Exactly right. Exactly. Two-sport star. This is a dynamite Hall of Fame class for the Magnus Cowboys. So congratulations to those. And we'll wrap it up with the Little League World Series. All right, the South Lake Charles Little Leaguers, I mean, they were out there. Hawaii takes it from South Korea. Yeah. It was a fun tournament, and I still think it was fun.
I love watching those.
It was a lot of great action. I was able to see some of it while I was away, some of the earlier games, but Hawaii ends up taking it on from the international stage. All right, great show, guys. A+. Game week. Game week. Kickoff in Arlington.
It's game week.
6:30 in Arlington.
Sunday game.
Tigers and Hurricanes. All attention.
Sunday game.
3:05 Pluto TV over the weekend. Cowboys at Northern Colorado. We'll do it all again next week, everybody, from Walk-Ons. Have a great sports week.
Soundoff60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.